Hello everyone, I'm here today with a very special friend of mine, Cara de Toit. You might have seen her on Binnelanders. Your character is Maya Gosslin, Dr. Maya Gosslin,
That's
right?
Saving lives, baby.
Well guys, we are here today because makeup brought us together. We met about 4 years ago. Do you want to tell the story?
Can you believe it? 2016.
No, I can't.
I myself was a makeup student and we had to do a project on, I think it was an editorial look. And so I was Googling as one does and I found these beautiful images as inspiration, did my research and discovered that it was you, the artist behind this beautiful look. And then to my utter surprise, bumped into her at a beauty expo.
Yeah, I think it was Pro Beauty South Africa.
That's right.
2016.
Yeah, and you won a prize for this very look, didn't you?
Yes.
An award.
Yeah, this was I think it was the glamour, photographic glamour look. And I won.
And I think then we connected on socials after that and made promises to meet up for coffee, and we did. We met up for coffee.
It took us a good 3 years.
It did! It did, but we made good on our promises.
Oh yes, definitely. And it was amazing to get together and discuss everything that we love and get to know you. It's almost like speed dating, you know?
Yeah.
You get together, now you have to ask each other all these questions, and then we discovered that, you know, if we don't cut the visit short, we could go on forever because there was lots to talk about. But specifically makeup, there's a particular makeup artist that we both love, and we're here today to celebrate her. We're having our own little celebration for her in South Africa.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
we're giddy about her.
Totally. And we actually already completed this look and we're going to talk you through it. But to get back to this particular makeup artist, her name is Katie Jane Hughes. I remember when I was 22, I went to a job with a very intimidating, very popular makeup artist, photographer in South Africa. And I loved makeup, so I thought, let me wear a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
And then I became a makeup artist, and this was probably one of my first shoots that I ever went to. And she said to me, "How old are you?" And I said, "No, I'm 22. And she said, "Oh, I thought you're 36. You really shouldn't be wearing that much makeup."
Yeah.
And at first I was offended, but it actually changed. I started getting compliments for my skin after I stopped wearing that much makeup. And then I realized I actually enjoy my freckles. I enjoy not wearing that much makeup, but also being in the industry and seeing what's happening on Instagram, it felt a little bit like there was no place for my kind of makeup.
Yes.
And the stuff that I enjoyed. And where do you find inspiration for that?
Yes.
Katie Jane Hughes.
Exactly. I mean, that's what drew me to your work initially, was like the dewy, fresh-faced, real skin look. And that's Katie's whole approach as well. And it's just an effortless approach to makeup. She just takes all the rules and chucks them out the window and, well, gives you permission to play and to be bold with whatever you have in your kit.
Totally, and it becomes very real.
Yes.
Because pores aren't an issue. Skin texture is allowed because it's what we all have.
Yeah.
And, you know, freckles are beautiful. I think freckles
fuzz.
Yes, you know, it's what we all have. What is your favorite thing about Katie Jane Hughes makeup? If you have to select one thing that you think is like a trademark of hers that inspires you.
Sure. I think she actually posed this question the other day as well, and it's impossible for me to narrow it down, but what I really love is, like we've discussed, just her love for skin and skincare. First of all, that kind of changed my approach, because I do love skincare and I love pampering myself and all those beautiful things, but the way she prepares the canvas for what's to come after, that's really incredible to me. Like, just the attention that she gives to skincare. That's the one thing. So I know you asked for one thing, but I'm going to give you two.
Go for it.
The second is, I think, just like I said, she's not particular about if the product is a lipstick. Okay, but a lipstick can be used for many other things, a blush or an eyeshadow or whatever. So she looks at the product, she looks at the pigment or the texture, and she goes, well, how do I want to use this to my advantage? So I really like that. I just like that she broke down any idea that I had about makeup, and where you've been told this is a specific look and that's how you do it. She's like, nah, you know, this is a specific brush. No, well, you can use a brush for anything and any purpose.
So basically we are here to celebrate her, so let's get to it.
Yay!
To stick to our theme of the particular look that we chose, I got us these beautiful little cups. I don't know about you, but for me, following Katie Jane Hughes has also, I feel like I've got this circle of friends.
Yeah.
Because through her, I discovered Jules Von Heck.
Yes.
And then discovered the Wobble podcast, and then discovered Sarah Powell, who's an absolute treat, and her whole thing is celebration.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing today. So Katie has really, you know, brought a few friends or a few Instagrammers to my attention.
Yeah.
And that's also a big inspiration here today.
Great.
So cheers.
Cheers!
To the look. We got together and discussed what look will we do, because there are so many looks to choose from.
Yes.
Her Instagram is like a Pinterest board of dreams. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And you immediately went to the pink eye and red lip, which I think is such an iconic Katie Jane Hughes look. And I think it looks exquisite on you.
Thank you. Well, you did a brilliant job.
Thank
It's
you.
all you.
So, shall we get into the look and just
Yes.
discuss where we started and all the things that Katie Jane Hughes always does and how we've incorporated into our everyday makeup?
Yes, let's
Great.
do it.
Fabulous. I started off with the Weleda Skin Food, and a good point that she has, it's such a rich product, and that's where your makeup starts, because that also counts as your highlight. So I applied that to the high points of the face, and then whatever was left on my hand, I sort of took through the rest of your face. But you don't want to put the majority of the product in your T-zone, because then you're going to have shine in all the wrong places. And that also just made for such a flawless foundation application. It was so easy, it blended in beautifully. She always says the skin has a lot of slip, so you can blend that product in seamlessly, and it goes a lot further. You don't need to use that much when you have your skincare down.
That's true. It feels so comfortable. Like, often if the skin isn't moisturized or hydrated properly, you can feel it, right? It clogs it up and it's kind of like
Yeah, when you smile.
Yeah, but I feel so comfortable, and I've even looked up really close, and it is really seamless, and I love the shine, and it presents really well on camera, but also in reality.
Back in the day, everyone was just telling us not to use pink eyeshadow because it looks sore.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
No,
If you do it correctly, it doesn't. So for me, this is such a wearable, natural even, editorial look. And that's also one of her things. She wants to empower people to be able to do editorial makeup on an everyday level, you know, or on an everyday basis. So I really enjoyed it. It's a soft flush of pink eyeshadow, and I added a little bit of a shimmer to the center of the eye, which is also something that she said once, and I thought that was the most beautiful way to explain the little highlight in the center. It's like the moon shining on a river, or on the river on water. I think that's beautiful on the ocean. You know that line that it creates?
Yes, so
Isn't that
accurate.
pretty? The moment you start applying mascara to a look, it just brings it all together, and it just works. It just
What will you
creates
do
it into
without mascara?
Oh no, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That's the one thing I can't go without. We used the NARS Climax on your lashes, and it's a stunning mascara. I think that's the thing that you have to invest in, is a good mascara, and do a good couple of coats, you know. But anyway, so we went nuts on the mascara with you, and we also added a few falsies. That looks great on you. I'm gonna go straight onto the brows now, because I think for Katie Jane Hughes, the brows thing is a big deal.
Yes.
I've never seen anyone correct an eyebrow like that woman.
Wowsies. It looks so natural and just so...
I can't see that they're drawn in.
No!
It looks completely natural, and she's using the Ardell like brow pen.
Yeah, the stroke of brow.
Stroke of brow, look at you. And we don't even have that in South Africa.
We wish we did.
If we do, if any of you know where to find it, let us know down below, because I need to get my hands on that. That's one thing I'm yet to find. The brows we did with Wonder Brow, which is also a great product. I used a very thin eyeliner brush and I drew in little hair strokes. So at the end of the day, it's the same thing, but I had a different tool.
Yeah.
So this is a lovely blush by Glossier, and she's sort of putting it in a triangle over here. But I don't think that's just the only technique that she follows. That's just the one that she does most regularly.
Yes.
From what I can see.
And she always says like the blush that it comes from inside, so
Yes.
it's natural. So it's sort of like almost flushing. It's almost like a flush rather
Yes.
than a blush.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Because
So
it's got to be the way, if you had to go for a run and look at yourself in the mirror, that's where you would be. You would be a little bit red down here, but it's not like you're going to apply a triangle and then blend it out with the beauty blender.
No.
So what I also did is take the foundation brush that I used, and then I also just diffused the lines or the blush a little bit. And that's a great trick that she taught us, because you can do that with your eyeshadow. You clean up your eyeshadow and stuff like that with your foundation brush. And you can still go back in and fix things, whether it be blush or the shape of your eyeshadow, where I would normally be scared, because what is the foundation going to do with the eyeshadow, because it's a different formulation, it's a different product completely. Absolutely nothing. It works a charm. It's beautiful. It's a great, great trick, that.
It is. And she's always saying, and it's so true, there's always product left in the brush. So it's so handy to have your concealer brush, and just, I clean up all the time, because I make messes all the time. So.
Oh yeah, me too. So now we're down to the lip. Now this is something that I feel like Katie Jane Hughes is a master at.
She claimed it.
I still hold my breath every time I do a red lip. I nearly fainted doing your lips. You know, just to get it so perfect. And then I said, okay, well, it's okay, we're going to blur it out anyway. It's so nice to be able to know, oh, it doesn't have to be that extremely straight, carved out lip. Because you can just buff it out a little bit. You slightly enlarge the lip by doing that. And then also another thing that I love about her lipstick application is that she always takes a little bit of a darker color, or maybe something that's slightly more taupey, or what can we say, like it's almost something more neutral to whatever she applies to the lip, so that it makes it work with everything. It's not this lip. So this just sort of calms the red down a bit, but then in the center of the lip you keep that, you know,
that plumpness and that focus. And,
and that definite red is still there.
Yes.
So that is the look in short. We also then obviously applied a little bit of powder in the T-zone, but a small amount, because we want to use the natural shine to create the highlights. That way you don't need a million products to create a highlight. It's not supposed to be perfect, because none of us have a makeup artist doing touch-ups on us all the time. You do. But in everyday life, we don't. So that for me is great, because I do glossy eyes on myself now, and I do, you know, all these creative things with colors that actually do crease a little bit, and it's okay. You just go like this. And if your concealer creased a little bit, all you do is this. So much better than running to the bathroom, applying some more, setting it with the powder. It's effortless, it's easy. Modern life is busy and it is non-stop. So nobody has time to check their makeup 24/7.
Do you know, like, obviously you're a makeup artist, that's your profession. I am an actress and I did a makeup course, but all these rules and like being afraid of making a mess kind of stifled my creativity for a bit. But for now, and I do very simplistic makeup on a day-to-day basis. This is beautiful, and I'm definitely gonna call her up if I need to look like this, but on a day-to-day basis, I do a little bit of coverage, mascara, a little bit of eyeliner and a lip or whatever. And so I just want to agree with you, like, just if you are just a random person with a day-to-day routine, like there's so much freedom and not to be, you can clean up, like
Yes.
that's just a big thing.
This is the look. It was so stunning to have you with me today. I am so honored and I'm so glad that we actually got to do this after 4 years. But we've been talking about it for a long time and I'm so grateful to you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I really admire you. Before we sat down, I had a look at the Facebook message I sent you after meeting you at the Beauty Expo. And what you've said now has just sort of wrapped that all up. I immediately appreciated your style and the simplicity and just the natural effort, and you beautify whatever you touch. So it's been such a pleasure to spend this afternoon with you.
Thank
and
you.
for me, who is also still learning about makeup and it's just been a privilege, and thank you for making it accessible for us to learn from you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And it's also been such a great pleasure to see you and your journey into the acting world again.
Yeah.
So good luck with your show, Binnelanders, and I hope Dr. Maya Gosslin treats you well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, man.